Hey guys, now I'm going to be doing a review on a music video. I just finished watching Skillet's new, can't talk. I just finished watching Skillet's new music video for their song Back from the Dead. And holy crap, mind blown. I mean, let me basically give you a rundown of the storyline of it, and the storyline is it's basically sort of like a zombie thriller sort of theme to it. And the really cool thing is, at the start of the video, it starts like this little intro blurb, I guess. And it's tying this video in where Skillet's music video for Monster left off. It's basically been 8 years since John and Corey broke out of the medical facility where they were being held and experimented on. And now they're in hiding, and there's been a disease that has wiped out and killed millions of people. Yet, however, the organization that's out there is still on the search for them for their own purposes. And I think that part's really cool, the fact that it's been 8 years. That actually would have given them time for, like, for example, John's beard to grow out the way it did, and also, for Corey to change her hairstyle, I guess, so she wouldn't be recognized, possibly, I don't know, so they have that in the video, so that's really cool. And, which starts with John, he's having these nightmares. Corey's laying right next to him, he's having these nightmares, then he wakes up, but John tells Corey they need to get out of there, because earlier that week, or last week, he saw a SWAT team searching for them. And then the music video itself actually starts, and it shows Seth and Jen, and they're looking for food or whatever. But then you hear a noise, and you see zombies coming around the corner towards the room where they're in. And they hear them coming, and they take off running. Then, the actual music kicks in. And throughout the video, there's, of course, the band shots of the band playing. And where the band is playing, they're like in this cage, and they're surrounded by zombies that are trying to get at them. And so it was kind of an interesting twist on it. Instead of having the fans adoring you, you have possibly former fans that are now trying to eat you. So I guess that's kind of an interesting spin on that. And throughout the thing, John, Corey, Jen, and Seth are trying to escape these zombies, and the one thing that kind of bugged me about that was the fact that most zombie thrillers, or anyone who studies, if you can study a fictitious creature, anyone who studies zombies will tell you that the only way to kill them is by destroying the brain, whereas at no point do I see them fire off a gun, ever, to kill one of these things, and yet, you see them punch them in the face and whatnot and everything else, or kick them in the stomach or whatever, and they go down, whereas why they don't just kill them is beyond me, but hey. And, of course, there's also shots of the SWAT team looking for them. And eventually, after they make it out of the building where they think they're going to be safe, there's the SWAT team waiting up right outside the door, so they go in after them. And they're surrounded by zombies. They fight them. The SWAT team comes in. They overtake John. And then this was the part that I found really, really cool. Now, for those of you who remember in Skillet's music video for Monster, Jen and Ben both had cameo roles as doctors in the video. Ben's role as a doctor was a lot more noticeable. However, Jen, I don't think anyone really noticed her that much as a doctor. I mean, if you look closely, I guess you could notice that she was a doctor. However, Ben's role as a doctor was also, you got a clear view of his face, you knew he was there. But anyways, as the SWAT team holds John down, Ben actually comes out. He actually has a cameo role in this video. He actually comes out with the needle and injects John in the neck with a serum. And John, goes down. Corey and the other two bandmates surround him. They're checking to see if he's okay. The zombies are coming closer, then they stop. One gets inches away from John's face, and of course it's breathing heavily. Then John starts breathing heavily, and you get a close-up of the zombie's face, you see how his eyes are clouded. And then John opens his eyes, and his eyes are clouded, so he's basically become a zombie. And that's how the music video ends, which I found was kind of a lame way to end it. The John becoming a zombie, and that's how it ends. I mean, you don't get any idea. There's no after music video of like if John turns on his friends or if he becomes sort of a force between, sort of a wedge between the zombies and the rest of the band. If he keeps some of his consciousness there, I mean, you don't know what happens. So that part kind of sucked for me. The music video in total was awesome, but that part there, that kind of killed it for me. The fact that you have no idea what happens to John or the rest of the band. All you know is John becomes a zombie. You don't know if he turns on them. You don't know what happens. And also the fact that they were searching for Corey as well as John, but they only took John. They didn't go after Corey or inject her. They just left her there. They didn't touch her. They just injected John. Which, that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, considering there's a shot where a SWAT team member is holding up a wanted form and it shows John's picture and Corey's picture on it. So why they didn't go after both of them is beyond me. So, but other than that, the music video was very good. I really liked how they tied it in with Monster and whatnot. I liked the whole action thing to it and whatnot. And I also really, really liked how they had Ben in the video. That was just, anyone who has been a diehard Skillet fan since Comatose, or even, maybe even Alien Youth, because anyone who's been listening to Skillet, possibly, I don't know if any of you out there have been listening to Skillet since they released their first album in '96. But anyone who's at least been listening to them since Alien Youth, which I think was released in the year 2000, 2001 maybe. Ben joined the group when he was 16 years old, not long before they released that album. I think he recorded the guitar for one track on that album. The rest of the tracks were recorded by their former guitarist, Kevin Holland. Or Halland, or however you want to say his last name. But no, I mean, Ben has been with the band since just prior to Alien Youth's release, and he's been with them, he was with them right up until Awake, and then about a year or two before they released Rise, then he moved on to other things. Which, that's another thing that got me, the fact that they, with Rise, it's almost like they just totally, Rise was its own story, but it in no way connected between Awake and Unleashed. There's no connection, whereas Unleashed and Awake are connected to each other through Monster and Back from the Dead. So, you know, I mean, I don't know if maybe there is sort of an underlying storyline in Rise that connects all three albums together, which I think would be cool if there was. I think it'd be really cool if you could find something to connect. I mean, Red's done that with their past three albums, which was awesome. The way they connected, they even found a way to connect Darkest Part in with Feed the Machine. That was awesome. But no, I mean, the good points of Skillet's Back from the Dead, they connected it with Monster, so they're continuing a story. The overall storyline altogether, really. Cameo appearance of an ex-guitar player. And plus just an all-around great song. The down points? Not great knowledge of zombie lore if they're not shooting them. I don't know, maybe they're trying to be politically correct. I don't know. If you are Skillet, please don't be politically correct. We're rock fans. Rock is pretty much considered rebellious music. You don't need to be politically correct. Leaving it on a cliffhanger the way they did. And also letting the story from Monster being left on a cliffhanger since 2008, 2009, and then picking it up 8 years later. Or, wait, 2017 now. Like, almost a whole decade. Almost a whole decade later, you pick the story back up again. So, those are the bad points, but overall, fantastic music video. I really suggest you watch it and look it up. It was fantastic. Anyways, God bless.